Erongo Talkers, good day. Adam Hartman here at the Walvis Bay Rugby Club. It's windy, east wind conditions in the bay today. In fact, along the whole coast. Drivers, motorists between Swakopmund and Walvis Bay should take care of very sandy conditions. Visibility is not very good. So that is a little bit about the weather. We'll bring you more weather later. We're going to tell you about the tides. We're going to bring you some news. And we are also speaking to Gawan Esterhuizen, the Kudus Rugby coach. And he will give us a bit of insight into the team there. So stay tuned. And now for the news. In our first story, Kate Allison on Carlotta won leg 2 of the FEI Jumping World Challenge. Allison and her mare Carlotta rode 2 immaculate clear rounds in Category A at the Ruiterverein Swakopmund grounds recently to win leg 2 of this year's edition of the FEI Jumping World Challenge in a time of 54.28 seconds. In Category B, both Allison, this time on her stallion Chianti, and Michelle Kunzel on Kalaho Lucian, rode to a double clear. Kunzel produced the better time in the second round, though to finish first on 49.48 seconds, with Allison second on 55.79 seconds. Coming in third was Emily Browner on Great Uncle Argo with 4 penalties and a time of 51.91 seconds. Category C was won by Annette Kunzel on Sea Ice Elton with a double clear in 54.74 seconds. Aldan Kotze on Onduno Sontop took second with a double clear in 62.79 seconds. Third place went to Bianca Voka and Asagai Scandal with a penalty in 53.85 seconds. For the news, in our first story, Kate Allison on Carlotta won leg 2 of the FEI Jumping World Challenge. Allison and her mare Carlotta rode 2 immaculate clear rounds in Category A at the Ruiterverein Swakopmund grounds recently to win leg 2 of this year's edition of the FEI Jumping World Challenge in a time of 54.28 seconds. In Category B, both Allison, this time on her stallion Chianti, and Michelle Kunzel on Kalaho Lucian, rode to a double clear. Kunzel produced the better time in the second round, though to finish first on 49.48 seconds, with Allison second on 55.79 seconds. Coming in third was Emily Browner on Great Uncle Argo with 4 penalties and a time of 51.91 seconds. Category C was won by Annette Kunzel on Sea Ice Elton with a double clear in 54.74 seconds. Aldan Kotze on Onduno, Sontop, took second with a double clear in 62.79 seconds. Third place went to Bianca Voka and Asagai Scandal with a penalty in 53.85 seconds. With 4 penalties, in 53.85 seconds. 2 Namibian youngsters, Jenna Gilchrist and Jade Bassi Hansen, competed in the first leg of the challenge in neighbouring South Africa at the weekend, with Gilchrist finishing an impressive third with a double clear in a time of 49 seconds. Bassi Hansen ended on 8 penalties. Jenna Gilchrist, who won the 2021 edition of the Namibian chapter of the challenge, is currently preparing for a trip to the finals to be held in Bulgaria later this year. We will actually be bringing you more of that next week, Monday, when we have a talk with Jenna Gilchrist. So stay tuned on Monday as well. Okay, now for our next story. A pageant organized by the Coastal Modelling Academy later this month will serve as a fundraising event for the less fortunate members of the Walvis Bay community. The event, which will take place at the Emmanuel Reiter School Hall in Walvis Bay, will feature 16 contestants from the Modelling Academy, and all proceeds will go towards feeding the less fortunate members of the harbour town. According to Teopolina Jason, the founder of the Coastal Modelling Academy, there are many talented people who do not know how to express their potential. According to Jason, the theme Tropical Island will bring nature indoors with organic colors, textures and shapes. The Academy is also taking in models between the ages of 15 to 19. There are no height requirements and anyone can join at an entry fee of just $100. Now for our last story. Namibian lightweight world champion boxer Albinos Feliciano Danny Boy entertained a room full of spectators recently with his impressive form as he readies for a WBO fight in Windhoek within the next 2 months. He was going to have an exhibition fight with Namibian martial arts expert Uys Konja Landsberg, but the latter was a no-show. So Danny Boy instead took on 2 Namibian boxers, Rafael Ita and Edison Bulelu Ngapendoka, over 3 rounds each, back-to-back. Some thought he was playing with them, but Ita and Ngapendoka were definitely not holding back in dishing out pain to their opponent. Either way, the pain started and ended with good sportsmanship between the boxers, and to the delight of the spectators who saw the professionals strut their stuff in the ring. The main objective of the Night of Pain boxing tournament, which was organized by Danny Boy, was not his exhibition fight, but rather for the inspiration and development of young boxers. Also, about 40 young boxers, some as young as 8 from all over the region, came to Swakopmund to get into the ring and fight. There were some adult big guns also who shook the ring as they punched one another. And although there were numerous notable blows over the various rounds, only one knockout was recorded. Danny Boy knows what it is like coming off the streets and fighting his way to the top. And his remarkable record of 24 fights with 20 knockouts and 2 losses and a draw speaks for itself. And this is what he hopes will inspire the many children who need a role model. He said that life is not easy sometimes and that it might be painful to make it, but it is possible, and he is evidence of it. To make it in life, one must work hard and sometimes feel the pain. Just never give up, he says. According to the 34-year-old who also runs a boxing club in Swakopmund, he is ready for the WBO fight in Windhoek, and he is going to kick some butt.
We are in the company of Coach Gawan Esterhuizen, the Kudus coach, Gawan Esterhuizen. How are you doing, Coach?
Very well, thank you. How are you doing, Otis?
I'm doing good, Coach. Coach, first and foremost, how are you keeping your players busy in the absence of any action?
At the moment, we're working on strengthening our game plan and our fitness so that we can stay competitive while we lay off and not just do nothing.
Coach, you are unbeaten. You are on an unbeaten streak. How did you manage, or how did you get there?
By taking each game by game, working on our structure, not letting outside influence dictate what we do. We take it step by step, and we just believe in our game plan and the team's commitment.
Yes. So, what is the difference between this Kudu team, your Kudu team, and the previous ones?
I personally feel this is the big thing is that this is belief. I think the players believe in themselves, the players believe in what we want to achieve, they believe in the structure and they believe in each other. Without that, I don't think we would be anywhere to where we want to be, but it's a privilege and actually a good thing that we are unbeaten because they also see that in belief we will succeed.
Coach, what new faces are there in your squad?
We have, to be honest, we have a lot of new players that came to Kudus this year. And much appreciate, I think that with our winning and our positive attitude and the culture that we are building to the club, they will come a lot more players. Everybody is welcome to come and join us. At the moment, the new phases that come have really improved also our structure, and in certain positions we have a nice depth in certain positions, and that also makes us stronger.
Yes. I've noticed that your mall is performing quite exceptionally. What's the secret there?
I must say it's actually the nice thing that we have this year. I have brought in a couple of technical guys to help assist us. Our coaches that we have that are on board. I'm quickly going to name them just to say thank you as well. First of all, Gumi. I don't know what his surname is. Gumi and Geico. Chess Brown, I don't know, Lawrence,
Yes.
Quentin Simon,
Yes.
Abraham Farmer, which is helping us with the ladies, which is much appreciated as well.
Yes.
And then also Quentin Simon, I
Yes, you
mentioned Houta Vey,
Later,
Vey, which is helping us with the forward. So there's a lot of people with good insight and what's the word? Ervaring, that is helping us with technical aspects. So we're just trying to improve the quality of the game with all the guys that are putting in input in our team.
Yes, Coach, I must also say that all the names that you've mentioned now have one thing in common. Kudus.
Yeah, that is one of the big things, is that they have a love for the club and they don't want to just leave it. So if we put back into the club, the reason why all of them are doing it is actually to get the youth off the street and getting into a structure where they can learn the disciplines of the game. For example, loyalty, respect, team.
Yes.
Those qualities that we want to teach the players that come to join us, that we are a team, we are not individuals.
Wonderful. Coach, how is your team doing in terms of injuries?
We have a couple of injuries, but the nice thing is we have time. We have a lot of time to get the work off the niggles and get. So at the moment, we very nicely not injury prone. We have injuries, but they're not serious. But we just thank God for the fact that all our guys are at 100% and have this time now. A blessing in disguise to get us ready for our next league game.
Yes. Talking about your next games, Coach, a couple of tough ones coming up, away ones, Wanderers and the likes, facing them away.
The nice thing about it is we're taking game for game. So our biggest priority is our next league game, and we're working towards that game. Then we're going to work to the next game, which will be Grootfontein, which will be our derby, and we are going to try and make it big. So I would like to invite everybody at the coast to come and watch us on that derby game that we have. So then we're going to take it from there. Then we're going to travel to Windhoek. And after that, we have a full week in July with a lot of rugby, a lot of traveling, and I think just one home game, if I'm not mistaken. So, but we're just concentrating game by game. We're not thinking ahead. We're working on it step by step.
Yes. Coach, in the past, when Kudus had to travel, and Kudus is not a team that forfeit points. Kudus have always met their obligations when they had to travel. But the one problem that popped up was the availability of players and companies not wanting to release players. How is that situation?
I hope and pray for the best in that situation, because in the month of July we're going to have to travel about 4 times for the whole month. And to keep our log standings as it is and to try to travel with our best teams, I hope actually the companies and the owners of companies assist us with the factor that we need to travel. Luckily, it's only weekends that they will be off, so most of the guys, but I know most of the guys are technical service area and works on Saturdays, and also the guys need to work to earn a good salary.
Yes.
So I hope that in July that we will be able to travel all our games with a full squad.
Coach, finally, you had a number of Kudu players in the two teams that played trials in Windhoek recently. What would your message be to those players that did not make it and the ones that did make it?
First of all, the guys that did not make it, boys, never forget, never give up. This was your first chance, but that doesn't mean it's your last chance. Keep on working hard, and we will reap the fruits from your hard work. And the guys that made it, congratulations. Keep up the hard work. Just work hard and remember that God gave you the talent. Live it out on the field and enjoy it.
Nou daar sê dames en here, ek gaan hierdie onderhoud afsluit met ietsie in Afrikaans. Hulle sê mos gewoonlik jy het dit uit die perd se bek gehoor. Nou hier by die kus wil ek sê jy het dit uit die mond van die kudu gehoor. Dankie coach.
Dankie, baie dankie.
And now for your weather. Sunset at the coast will be at 24 minutes past 6 on Friday, and sunrise will be at 36 minutes past 7 on Saturday. Walvis Bay will have a maximum degrees Celsius of 27 on Friday, and for Saturday a minimum of 18 and a maximum of 28 degrees Celsius. A 22 northeasterly wind will prevail. Swakopmund will have a maximum degrees Celsius of 26 on Friday, and for Saturday a minimum of 19 and a maximum of 27 degrees Celsius. A 22 north wind will prevail. Antis Bay will have a maximum degrees Celsius of 27 on Friday, and for Saturday a minimum of 18 and a maximum of 28 degrees Celsius. A 22 northwesterly wind will prevail. Arandis will have a maximum degrees Celsius of 30 for Friday, and for Saturday a minimum of 16 and a maximum of 30 degrees Celsius. A 28 northeast wind will prevail. Usakos will have a maximum degrees Celsius of 28 on Friday, and for Saturday a minimum of 9 and a maximum of 28 degrees Celsius. A 24 knot northeast wind will prevail. Karabab will have a maximum degrees Celsius of 25 for Friday, and for Saturday a minimum of 8 and a maximum of 28 degrees Celsius. A 24 knot northeast wind will prevail. Omaruru will have a maximum degrees Celsius of 27 on Friday, and for Saturday a minimum of 18 and a maximum of 28 degrees Celsius. A 22 knot northeasterly wind will prevail. And that concludes your weather.
And that brings us to the end of today's Erongo Talk. Thank you for joining us. You can go to our website to see more about our news and more news. And for those who want to give us some news tips and ideas, please email us at the below address, or you can send us a message or call us on the below number. Our shows and our news is also on our social media platforms, Facebook and Twitter. And please like us, like the show, comment, tell us what you think, and support us, share us as far and wide as possible. Because the more people we reach, the better we do, the more entertaining we become, the more you would want to follow us. So take that tip from me. And then our other broadcast platforms are on oneup2.com and NTV, which is on DSTV. So go to those channels as is shown here below. And wishing you a wonderful day further. Goodbye.
My name's Rian, this guy over here is Adam, and we're going to play you some music and try and warm this up because it is cold up in here. Yeah. She's hot like red pepper, sweet like cherry wine. I'm so glad she loved me, Lord, she loved me all the time. She my little baby, sweet as she can be. Oh, all this love she got, yeah, it belonged to me. I say if you hear me howling, calling on my darling. She make me jump and shout. Early in the morning, Lord, she makes me jump and shout. This bad love she got make me laugh and cry. Make me really know, Lord, I'm too young to die. I say if you hear me howling, calling on my darling. she kiss me, Lord, she make me jump and shout. And early in the morning, Lord, she get me all about. This male love she got, make me laugh and cry, make me really know, Lord, I'm too young to die. I say if you hear me howling, calling on my darling. Thank you very much.